It is the morning of August 24th, 79 AD. You are in Pompeii. The bread is baking, the market is open. The mountain behind the city has been quiet for years. You have exactly 18 hours. Long before the sun rises, the city is already at work. Bakers are firing their stone ovens, scoring loaves of bread that will never be eaten. By sunrise, the working class and dock workers are grabbing breakfast from Thermopylae, street-side counters with deep embedded containers keeping porridge and watered wine warm. Out in the streets, civic life is loud and highly visible. Election slogans and personal disputes are painted directly onto the stone walls in bright red lettering. Inside the private villas of the Roman elite, there is indoor plumbing connected to lead pipes and walls covered in intricate mythological frescoes. This is a sophisticated, prosperous society of 20,000 people. They built an economic engine on the Mediterranean, fully confident that their city will stand forever. In the weeks and months leading up to this morning, the environment had been sending signals. Small earthquakes rattled the cobblestones. Wells and springs inexplicably dried up, but no one panicked. The Bay of Naples sits in an active fault zone. Minor tremors were a regular annoyance, a mundane part of life that people learned to ignore. They looked north to Mount Vesuvius and saw only a quiet green benefactor. Its slopes provided some of the richest agricultural soil in the empire. In 79 AD, the Romans did not even possess a word for volcano. They couldn't see miles below the surface. Highly pressurized magma aggressively searched for an exit, blocked by a massive plug of solid stone. For centuries, that rock kept the mountain asleep. Now, the pressure exceeds its limits, fracturing the seal. The exact geological forces that created fertile ash for Pompeii's wall are now executing its destruction. Around 1 in the afternoon, the calm shatters. A deafening roar throws people to the ground as the summit of Vesuvius is violently blown apart. A supersonic tower of pulverized rock, ash, and expanding gas shoots upward. We now call this a Plinian column. Within minutes, it reaches 20 miles into the stratosphere. As the massive mushroom cloud expands, it completely blots out the sun. In the middle of a summer afternoon, Pompeii is plunged into absolute, suffocating darkness. Then, a bizarre rain begins to fall. Lightweight pumice stones, called lapilli, blanket the streets. They are strangely warm to the touch, and they fall relentlessly. Every family now faces an agonizing choice: step out into the terrifying pitch-black rain and run toward the coast, or retreat inside their sturdy stone homes and wait for the storm to pass. About 2/3 of the city flee immediately, but thousands of others, driven by a deeply human instinct to seek comfort in the familiar, lock their doors and stay. By evening, the lapilli has accumulated to a depth of nearly 2 meters. The streets are entirely choked off. Leaving the city is no longer an option. Roman homes were built for the mild Mediterranean climate. Their flat, slightly slanted roofs were engineered to shed rain, not to support thousands of pounds of accumulating volcanic rock. Inside, the air grows thick with the choking smell of sulfur. From above comes the sound of thick wooden beams bending, groaning under the immense weight. One by one, the roofs reach their breaking point. They collapse inward with terrifying force, crushing the families huddled underneath. The very walls and ceilings they trusted to protect them have now become inescapable tombs. For those who survive the initial collapses, the 18-hour window is almost gone. In the early hours of August 25th, the mechanics of the eruption shift. The 20-mile-high column of ash and debris finally becomes too heavy to sustain itself in the atmosphere and collapses inward. It hits the ground and rolls outward as a pyroclastic surge. This is a superheated wave of pulverized rock and toxic gas moving at 700 kilometers per hour. At 400 degrees Celsius, it sweeps directly over the city walls of Pompeii. 17 centuries later, during the excavations of the 1860s, archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli noticed strange hollow cavities preserved in the hardened layers of ash. Fiorelli poured liquid plaster into these voids, revealing the final fractions of a second of life. Many casts display a pugilistic pose, an instantaneous muscle contraction from the 400-degree heat. This thermal shock spared no living creature, catching pets and owners alike mid-struggle. These forms represent the literal negative space of individual lives, capturing the folds of a tunic or the placement of a hand at the exact second the clock stopped. Pompeii stands as a city paused mid-breath, a complete cross-section of the Roman world preserved by the mountain that looms over Naples today.